have Chef Shepe in his natural habitat.
On my phone.
Hey man, but yeah, bro, we just arrived. I fucking caught me some tacos from Chef right here. I ain't even gonna lie, I sent it to the wrong person and he fucking still hooked me up like a gentleman, but I got him back later on that. But yeah, bro, my dumbass sent it to the wrong Jose, dude. But hey, the other Jose, you better give me my $12 back.
That's my money for my tacos.
Break yourself. But yeah, these tacos are A1. I just crushed one off camera. Fucking, it's got some heat to it, but not too spicy. And then fucking, for some pastor, bro, that's pretty good, man. I gotta say, 1 out of 10. I'm gonna give it like a 9. The only thing that's not making it a 10 is the pineapple and the fact that it's not grilled, but it's a solid 9 out of 10.
There's a pineapple in there.
There's pineapple?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a dumbass. So
instead of the onion being cooked on there,
9.5 then out of 10 since there's pineapple. The only thing that's not making it a 10 is I don't know if it's grilled. Was it straight grilled?
What, the pineapple?
No, the meat.
The meat was off on the flat top.
Oh,
just like La Pancha.
So 9.5. I'm not hating. I don't know if you take offense to that. I'm not hating at all. 9.5. I feel like it would elevate it, obviously, with the smokiness from the grill.
Yeah, the grill. Yeah, it's different just a flat top, so it's like I can't cook open flame in this
Nah,
bitch. You know what I'm saying? Be all smoked out in this motherfucker.
Shout out to Sheppy right here, bro. But yeah, 9.5 out of 10, pretty far. They got the henna going on. What's your company?
Yeah.
Or what's your app?
My Instagram is
Oh yeah, and how much do you charge for your work?
It depends. The small is like the small is like $5, a medium, and like a large like.
Oh, that's pretty dope. Oh yeah.
This is like 15 right
here. Okay. Awesome. Shout out to you. Oh yeah. What is this?
It's the pineapple.
The pineapple I said wasn't in there. My dumbass. Beautiful. Roasted right off the grill. Delicious.
Beef massage to help ease everyday aches and pains, or relaxation massage that lets you simply unplug.
Are you guys hungry?
Oh, yeah, bro. The goat right here doing his thing. Yeah, man. How many cook-up camps you been at here now?
Whichever one they have, I'm always been at. I've been here to everyone they've had except like last time.
Okay.
That's just some shit to serious about. I've done them every time.
You've
been to each one?
No, honestly, I think I barely started coming recently. I came to like the past 3 of them now, I think. If I'm not mistaken, maybe 4 of them. But yeah, it's pretty dope. It's chill vibes.
No, me, I just fucking just getting this shit done, cook when I can, stay relevant with the food, you know what I'm saying? Not always cooking, but I try to cook when I can, so
Oh, yeah,
other people.
What's your last event besides this that you cooked for?
Actually one of these. Bro, I don't really do anything else other than like it's hard for me to do pop-ups because I just rather do them for friends and homies that I know they're gonna have people there. Because if I make a lot of food for a small amount of people, I lose at the end. Where these I get to buy a small amount of food, stay within a certain amount of budget, and still kind of like I'm successful with it, you know.
Okay.
I don't do farmer market like that anymore. I just usually just stick to the clothing now, you know. So when I do the pop-up food like this, it's just kind of like a special thing, you know. So
Okay.
that's what I do now.
Oh yeah, much love, dog. We appreciate you, brother. Who do we got in here? What y'all are fucking cooking up in this room right here, bro?
Gotta get down like always.
You gonna vibe with him on some shit?
Shit, might, man. Who gets down though?
Oh yeah, Ruben, right? Or yeah, Ruben. Yeah, I remember you. Doc, how you been?
Pretty good, you?
Good, good. Good to see you back at the camp, bro. What's the what's the vibes with tonitox these days, man?
Been chilling, man. Just been working.
No music lately.
Got a lot coming on the way for sure.
Oh yeah, bro. What what type of vibes?
Shit, some boom bap shit, some like West Coast hip hop type shit, some like shit, some like good vibes really. But yeah, that's how I would explain it. Some boom bap West Coast type shit.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, I think I heard some of your other stuff too that you released. It kind of has like a R and B kind of vibe too, or not R and B. I don't know. I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
that's the
definitely
yeah
been
yeah.
doing that lately for sure. Been having more fun with it, instead of having to be all serious and give like all the craziest bars and do all this and that. I like to have fun with it, so that's why I go outside your comfort zone.
Oh yeah, bro. That's what's up, man. Yeah, I fuck with it honestly. I've been liking the sound, bro.
Good.
It's funny because I'm still working on a video, and you're standing in the background at the UBR tournament.
That shit was dope, man. That whole tournament was sick.
Oh yeah, I have just been lagging on dropping the video.
Good, man. That's good. Yeah, Benny dropped that crazy dope project. I don't know if you got the chance to hear it. Benny Low.
Oh yeah, yeah. I promoted for him a little bit towards the beginning, and like I was in the studio with him before he released it. So it's actually pretty dope.
Yeah, that fool had some dope shit. A lot of dope artists here in town dropping some good shit.
Marley B. Yeah, yeah, Marley B. Is gonna do a segment with me in a couple of days. I ran in. Oh yeah, I ran into him downtown. So like I've been chopping it up with him here and there.
No, he's dope, man. That's what's up. Yeah, fools like that, they finally getting like what they deserve to be signed and shit like that. Like that fool's on the was it Broken Complex under DJ
Um,
Hoppa.
I believe so. I got to do my research on him a little more, but I just kind of listen to him like here and there.
On that fool for a minute. It's dope. Like I fuck with his style. Shit, I've seen him that fool perform hella times. Opened up for him many times too, so it's like it's dope. Those fools always show love, like you know what I mean. They always say what's up. Always say what's up as well. Like those fools are cool.
Oh. Fucking grow up in the studio. Yeah, baby, can I get some peace? Argument, conversation, made me think you're not for me. All right, run it back again. Yeah, baby, can I get some peace? Argument, conversation, made me think you're not for me. Late night, had me contemplating how rough the shit can be. Trying to interrupt a nigga paper chase on when your bank account's on E. Hate to charge you a fee, but the services ain't cheap. Sometimes it hurt when I hug you closer, I feel the tears what they see. Nightmare, how your heart racing when you little things in your dreams. And I had to train my discernment now, cause everything ain't what it seems. Trying to go and running off of mine, how you gonna skate this thing? When grow just a certain type of guy that you need up on your team. Hey, let me hear that shit. Hey, we got Zanny where the bar's at. We're at this other cook-up camp. What cook-up camp is this now? How many cook-up camps have you had so far, bro?
Yeah, this is cookup camp number 7. This is an all-star cookup camp.
Yeah, we got Grow Up in the studio. We'll probably do a little interview with Lubia right now. But yeah, man. All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Getting Up with Eli podcast. We got LlubiaD in the building. Cook Up Camp with Zanny where the bar's at. Let's get a little history about your music vibes and like everything. You know what I mean? Let's get a little rundown about you as an artist.
Well, thank you so much. I want to start off with giving thanks to Eli for having us on his podcast and giving us a little bit of a spotlight to be able to share our story about our artistry and our journey. Me, to answer your question, honestly, so to start off, music started with being like an outlet for me, like a therapy outlet kind of thing.
I feel that.
Yeah, right. Like I don't know, it's just so since I was very young, I felt like I couldn't really connect with people my age simply because of the fact that they weren't going through what I was going through. Like they weren't going through situations in life that God was showing up in their life to say, hey, like I'm here, you're okay. You know what I mean? They were just, I don't know. I just was going through a lot of things that, like I said, I just feel like I didn't connect with a lot of people my age. And
So it's a real like personal journey with you. It's not just like
yeah.
like something you're doing just to get attention.
No, yeah, for sure. I feel like because of the whole attention part that you say of it, it has been discouraging for me sometimes to feel like, okay, well maybe it's just not my thing because I know that like my music and my style is first of all it's not gonna be everybody's cup of tea. But because of what I describe and what I talk about, it's only going to click with those that have either been through what I've been through or understand what it is that life and tomorrow is never promised. So I feel like I'm going for a specific audience and like a specific group of people that maybe can listen to my music and feel it as an outlet, not like, oh yeah, let's go clubbing, like let's go do this, let's go that. I feel like it's only one or two songs that I've had that is like a little bit out of the style of my seriousness and like my therapy type of thing. And more so like talking about my life experiences and stuff. Like Papi, if you guys are familiar with it, Papi is more of like Papi, Papi, dale que yo quiero estar para ti. So that's more of like
It's like a club song.
Yeah, it's more like a shake a little, have a little fun dance, you know, with your people and like just, you know, have a little vibe or whatever. But and then Ella Quiere too. That one's like a little more like to just drink and smoke to and stuff. But all my other ones have really been like if you really listen to the lyric and you understand both English and Spanish, because that's also something I've ran into. Like I'll go and I'll be at a crowd where they're not too familiar with either Spanish or English. So they have to really work with interpreting what I'm really like talking about and saying in the music.
So you add a little bit of Spanglish in there?
Yeah, so most of my songs I do Spanglish in it. So I'll either run into that too where it's like you have to learn that you're gonna have that crowd where you're kind of you're grabbing and you're putting for two different audiences, which is English and Spanish. So you'll get some that understand English but don't understand Spanish. You'll get some that understand Spanish but don't understand English, and you'll get some that understand both. So those that don't get either or, it's like they don't get the full experience of what it is that they're listening to. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I feel like that's something that I've stumbled upon. But like I said, to answer your question, music started with me as a therapy outlet. It started with me as me not feeling understood by those around me. So I felt like I had to find something where I can use it as my outlet to talk and to express myself. And
I
then
respect that.
yeah, so and then well, music first started with me when everything happened with my family. Like if you guys are familiar with my story and like what I've been through and everything, I kind of lost all my family to the system, whether it was like prison.
I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I didn't know that about you.
Yeah, so actually, all it was pretty much like my mom, my dad, my 3 siblings, my like everybody pretty much was up in that thing, but it was like a whole thing. It was, if you look it up and whatever, you can find up my history and all that, but in my story and get like familiar with it. But I was 14 and things changed drastically from one day to the next for me. And I had everybody, I had all my family, and from one day to the next it was me, my sister, my niece, my nephew, and my sister-in-law. So we were staying with my sister-in-law. It was me and my sister that stayed together. It was the two youngest, so me and my sibling. And then my niece and my nephew, Turtle, Ruben, y'all know what it is. And they're growing up so much. But
Shout out to them.
Shout out to them. I love you guys, Wookiees. But yeah, so to long story short, I went through a very big part in my life that it was a very big change for me. That went from having everything to having nothing, like right from one day to the next day. So
that must have been pretty like shocking, like a culture shock? Kinda?
Yes, it was a culture shock. It was like an emotional shock. It was a mental shock. Like, and then you're just so young and you're trying to really grasp. You're so thank you. Yes, 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 yes. So you're so young and you're trying to grasp and understand really what it is that's really going on that's affecting you so much mentally, because I used to be like, oh, like I miss my mom, like, and then I was dealing with my niece and my nephew and they really miss my sister, their mom. They're like,
Yeah, that's a crucial age when you really need your parents. You said you were 14?
yeah, I was 14.
Yeah, I'm sorry you
And
went through that.
yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. I definitely have grown from it. I've learned what I've needed to learn from it, and I'm grateful that I experienced it because, like I said, it's made me who I am today, and it's given me the strength that I have today. So it definitely makes me feel like it's just I've been through it enough to understand that nothing can break you. You just have to be strong, and you have to have faith in God that He's gonna push you through what He's putting you through. And so,
No, for sure.
yeah, for sure. I feel like music has been an outlet for me where I feel like I'm blessed to be able to have something where I can come and like spill out my feelings and make it poetry, make it art, make it to where I can rhyme, make it to where it sounds good, I guess, like make it sound pretty or whatever. But
Yeah, and I'm sure it feels
yeah.
good sharing that with like everybody too.
Yeah, and you'd be surprised who listens to it and is like, "Oh my God, I understand. Like I went through the same thing, or my family like went through the same injustice, or like whatever, or even situations that make you just change drastically, like mentally and stuff like that." And then just like how I say, understanding that tomorrow's never promised. Money, yeah, like money's not everything, and just like a lot of things that I talk about, and just having like faith in God and His movement and what He puts for you in your path and stuff like that. So I don't know, music has been a beautiful thing for me that I feel like it's just been like my little niche that I found. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys that have joined me, that have been with me a part of the journey, that my music helps you guys in any way, shape, or form. And that you guys just are happy for any success that I have, any show, any event, any award, any win, loss, anything. You guys are there for me, and I really, really appreciate it.
Heck yeah. Well, on that
Yeah.
topic of your journey, what's your favorite project that you've worked on, and what's like something you're working on coming up that people can look forward to?
That is a really, really, really tough question because I have been grateful for each and every event that I've had. I don't want to belittle any other event by favoriting another. So, but I just feel like I definitely each event that I've had, God has worked with me to be able to elevate me more and more. So every event that I go through and that I have, I feel like just gets better and better. So I've had that blessing and I have the abundance and the blessing to be able to say that each event for me has been one step closer or one step higher, and it's just helped me grow. It's helped me be who I am today as an artist. I appreciate each and everyone who has given me a stage, who has given me an opportunity, who has invited me, who has thought that I would be a good fit to their event. But really, truthfully, I mean, to fairly answer your question, my favorite event or events are when I travel. When I travel for an event, it makes me feel like I'm just going places and I'm doing something with what I'm doing, and it's giving me like it's kind of like seeing the fruits of your labor kind
Oh,
of
for
thing.
sure.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it actually like shows you from a different perspective, like
Yeah.
that you can actually go places with what you're doing.
Yeah, so locally, my favorite events and my favorite show that I've had so far, I guess I can sit here and back it up with saying like the Tucson Hip Hop Awards has been like a very big like event or opportunity to be able to not only market with a lot of people, it's been an opportunity to see a lot of different artists locally, like it's a big
Shout out to
opportunity.
DJ Jamar.
Yeah, shout out to DJ Demar. Thank you so much. Um, I just think like it's something really good to say for your community. It's definitely not easy to create an event with such popularity and with such respect towards it. I feel like a lot of people have their different opinions towards it, and like they can, like just everybody has an opinion or whatever. But I feel like like I say, it's not easy to create something so big. You're not gonna ever make everybody happy. Somebody's always going to have a different opinion, so you just have to understand that the movement in itself, it's a blessing, and it's something that is to be clapped for, and it's something to be acknowledged, that it's like I say, it's not easy to pull that off. And me as an artist, I appreciate that for our community. The Queens of the Scene events, those are always one of my favorite ones too. Shout out Queens and Now Sickness. I love you, baby girl.
I honestly don't think I've heard from them. What styles do they do?
The Queen Show, it's a variety of styles actually. So it's called the Queen Show because of the fact that it's all women artists.
Okay.
So Danielle, she's a creator of it. She usually does it on her birthday or every year to celebrate her birthday and to celebrate the Queen's movement, which is really all like any female artist that she invites onto the show and that she feels is like doing great in their movement and like taking care of their art and doing really like putting pressure onto what they're doing. She'll invite you over and we all get together. We have a photo shoot, we have promotion, we do pretty much like all of it. We get together and then the night of the event, everybody gets together. We have a blast. We have a great night. It's an awesome crowd all the time. Everybody's always super supportive. So it's definitely one of my favorite events and stuff. But like I say, truthfully, overall, whenever I travel for something for my music, is really like I say, it's kind of seeing the fruits of your labor. So those are really like what I can say. It hits
The
home
moments
for
that you
me.
enjoy.
Yeah.
All right. Oh yeah. Well, that's LlubiaD. Any other topics you want to touch on?
Well, we are right now. I don't know when this will be out, but the 30th of this month is gonna be the last day for you to be able to vote for me. I had an event out in Cali and Los Angeles. It was a dope event. It was some auditions that I was invited to. 700 applicants applied and we got chosen and we got specially invited to go and audition. We auditioned, we went up against 37 artists, and against those 37 artists, we came home with a finalist position for the top 10.
Oh, congratulations.
So, yeah, high five! Ah! So that was super awesome. That was super exciting. And they gave us the opportunity to work on votes. So it's all about votes. But to be honest, you guys, I am going up against people that do have their foundation already. Like they have they have their following and they have a very good talent. They're very, very good. They're from LA and also from other parts. And I don't know, I just feel like the win in itself of taking a finalist position is already like a blessing. It's already my win. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Yeah, I appreciate each and every one of you guys that have voted for me and that have already put your support with me on that. Also, lastly, we're also doing votes for Female Artist of the Year. We got nominated for Female Artist of the Year for Tucson Hip Hop Awards, so we're also pushing those votes a little bit. And a lot of it. And and I have a couple events. I have an event in Phoenix for July 3rd. Hopefully, I'll be in Vegas for July 4th, but I'm not too sure on that one still. God, let it be what He wants it to be. And just a couple events. We're here it's a boot camp, right?
Cook-up camp.
Cook-up camp. Yeah, I did. Yeah, this right now boot camp. We're at the cook-up camp.
zanniwherethebarsat hosting cook-up camp.
Yes,
we had a little talk with him earlier about it.
Yes.
And yeah, he has it annually. It just has a bunch of artists cooking up pretty much. They got producing, recording, beats, all that stuff right behind the camera. There's a guy cooking up beats, Ruben right there.
Shout out Ruben.
And just a bunch of cool artists here. Good vibes. We got the chef in there making food,
it up, making some
fucking
tacos.
hooking people up with that good food.
We just want to say, not to cut you off or anything. Come on in, introduce yourself. not to cut you off or anything, but I do want to say a big shout out and a big thank you to Zanny for having us over. Thank you for inviting us. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of this event and be a part of this group where people could come together and create something together, be successful together, share a story together, and like I say, just ultimately come together to get to know each other and see each other work and in our artistry and everything. Like, I think this is so dope. I think this is something where you can come and work on getting out of your comfort zone, work on talking to other artists, work on possible collabs. Like, I think it's just a way of putting yourself out there as an artist and putting that pressure on yourself to come in here and do it right.
When it comes to you, what is your favorite spot in town to eat? Because I'm looking for food reviews, and I'm gonna start. Well, I've already kind of have a few, you know what I mean, but I want to really start doing.
Which ones are the ones that you were suggested already?
Honestly, not too much. That's why I'm like trying to get some suggestions.
Okay. What kind of food do you like? Do you like shrimp, seafood?
Mexican food, or even Asian food.
Asian food, okay. For Mexican food, it depends. Seafood boil. Oh my god, I love seafood boil, but the only seafood boil that I really really enjoy or that I've had that I liked is called El Rayo Seafood Boil.
I've never heard of it.
Well, you should look it up. It's called El Rayo Seafood Boil,
there's one for everybody to try. Hell yeah!
Yes, they are located at the swap meet here on Palo Verde, here in Tucson.
Okay, it's crazy because I think I'm sleeping on a lot of spots there. My buddy went and ate at some barbecue place the other day and was like, "Hey, you got to come try this."
I think even if you go around the swap meet and tour and try to get a little bit of here and a little bit of there, you would be satisfied. You wouldn't be disappointed.
Okay,
so that's a good spot. Another good spot that I really like Mariscos Chihuahua. So that's like ceviche, camarón, stuff like that. Parrilla Suiza for Mexican food. I really like Parrilla Suiza. And then for Asian
I'm gonna have to run this back because some of
these
names,
run it back and look it up.
I'm kind of no sabo too, so like
Parrilla Suiza, it'll be PARILLASUIZA, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah. Parrilla Suiza, and then El Rayo, ELRAYO Seafood Boil. It's at the swap meet. And then try a couple of them. Yeah, try a couple of them right there. A couple of carretitas and stuff. And then for Asian food, honestly, I am gonna disappoint you on that one because I haven't tried too much Asian food myself either. Well, not either, but I haven't tried.
No worries. I mean, I'm just trying to get some suggestions, but I appreciate what you've laid out right there. I'm gonna definitely check out some of those spots.
Yes. That's where you'll catch me.
I mean, we'll see you around the cook-up camp. I'm not gonna leave until maybe 9:30 because I'm gonna go meet up with DJ Looney actually.
Oh, where? DJ Looney, I love you.
Music Box. There's a little something he's putting together there. I'm gonna have a little segment with him today over there. Shout out to DJ Looney.
Shout out to DJ Looney. I love you. Sick invite, by the way. Just kidding. Thank you so much, Eli. I really
nice meeting you.
It. Thank you.
Hey, you have a good one.
We'll be around.
Anyways, hey, thank you for hopping on the podcast.
Get it, let's go.
Okay, Zach Z Major, we got right here. What exactly do you do, bro? How long have you been doing it, and what makes what you do something people should check out?
So I'm a videographer. I do photography every now and then here and there, but mainly videography work. But dude, I do anything from music videos, or if you need like a highlight video. I do a lot of basketball shots and stuff. So that's kind of the things you'll see on my page.
Lit,
right? I like getting creative through there, but
I'll fuck with it.
Yeah, man, check out the page, dude, and we'll go from there. That's kind of it's a little segment of my life right there, man. So I've been doing it for about 3 years now.
Okay.
And man, I love it, dude. So anytime I could get behind the camera, it's a blessing.
That's fire, bro. You from Tucson?
Yeah, I'm from I've been in Tucson for 10 years now, but I grew up in Rio Rico.
That's what's up, bro. Rio Rico's a pretty chill little town. It's kind of growing, but I mean, for the most part, it's kind of the same as it has been, which is nice to see. It's like not, because I don't like when small towns get too big. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah,
it's nice to go out there and still get some fresh air and shit.
No, definitely.
But yeah, man. Shout out to Rio Rico, man.
Rico,
Fucking.
Nogales, yeah.
Hey, so but generally, you know, not same area, but so Arizona basically. But you've been out here in Tucson for 10 years now.
Southern Arizona my whole life. So,
Fire,
yeah,
bro.
Man.
Hell yeah, dude. And then so what setup you got there? I noticed you got a Sony. What type of setup you got?
So right now my body, I have a A7S3, Sony A7S3, and then I got a G Master. I got this one not too long ago, but this is my baby right here. It's a 35 millimeter G at 1.4 stop. So I mean, this is what I'm rocking with, especially stuff like this. You know what I do? I do interviews, or like if we're doing for instance, like the cipher. This is kind of the go-to I go to. But when I do,
that's lit, bro.
yeah, when I do like sports and stuff, I got 24 to 70 that I use. But those are really the only two lenses I got. But that's what I rock with.
What do you recommend for somebody like me who's trying to like dive into other things besides podcasting? I'm like trying to dive into the realm of photography, videography. I got some amateur music videos I got done so far. I don't know if you've seen them, but if you could give me some feedback or some critique or advice, what would it be?
Well, I'm no professional myself, right? But I guess you have to ask yourself what exactly you want to do. Like if you want to go, kind of in the middle or a hybrid where you're doing videos and you're doing photography, that's it. You'll find a hybrid camera, and that's kind of like what I would go with, right? But if you want to do something strictly where it's like only video or only photography, man, like for instance, my A7S3, it's strictly video. You know what I mean? It works well for pictures as well, but mainly I got it because of the FPS. You know what I mean? It shoots 120, so it whatever fits your niche, honestly. Yeah, okay. And then I would honestly I would invest more in the lens than the body. Okay, that's something I would have done different. I would have.
And honest critique, what do you think of me using the Apple Air?
Dude, it comes out
has
nice.
A 4K camera on
dude, it's nice. What are we shooting? 24 right here, dude. It looks nice.
Hell yeah, I appreciate that.
No, man. Yeah, and that's cool that you can see, dude. Honestly, it's like I said, it's your niche, dude. Whatever, you can make anything work out. I've seen people do it with the iPhones. I've seen people do it camcorders, and then I've seen some of the FX3s, FX30s and stuff like that. So it's like I've seen some of the biggest cameras, but like it's honestly, dude, it's artwork. You know what I mean? It's artwork. So this is.
Well, I mean, to you too. I respect what you do as well,
definitely, man. Yeah, this is a dope setup, bro.
Hell yeah, I appreciate you for hopping on a quick segment, man.
Hell yeah.
Anything else you want to touch base on?
No, I mean, dude, just keep doing it.
Oh
you
yeah,
know what I mean, don't stop.
And before we go, I think I just forgot to ask you who's like your favorite artist that you've worked with so far. Throughout your career doing videography and stuff.
So, well, I kind of started out with my brother. To be honest, that's kind of why I got behind the camera.
Okay, big bro.
Big bro. Yeah, he. So I did most of his music videos and stuff. So that's kind of where we started off.
That's super fire, bro.
So, yeah, dude, we got creative.
What's his artist name?
His name is Name Foreign.
Name Foreign?
Yeah, Name Foreign.
Okay, so shout out to Name Foreign.
Honestly, every platform he's on top of it, man. He produces as well too.
Currently doing this thing?
Yeah, he's still doing it, man. So okay, some fire music if you want to check it out. If you're
Hey, shout out to Big Bro.
Yeah, shout out.
And so that's how you kind of got into doing what you're doing now?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, so we kind of just sat down and talked about it. Man, we need a video guy, and I was like, you know what, I want to get behind the camera. I want to do it, and then it's been uphill from there. So
that's lit, man. And then as far as perspectives go, there's obviously, I guess that's why it's so hard for me to ask, because there's obviously so many different ways you can shoot a music video, but
kind of what separates me from everybody else type thing.
What's like a good perspective of what separates you from when you're doing your music videos? Like how do you get up in there?
I mean, first off, like it all depends, man. Like if it's an artist, I'll check out the artist's like the song, like say they want me to do a song or something, or I'll check out the record and kind of just I'll visualize kind of how the music, like if they want me to take on 100% of the directive part, that's what I'll do. I'll listen to the song and kind of just picture, scenes, certain angles, what lenses I'm gonna be using, what kind of, if I'm gonna be using slow motion or not. But I think that's all with the feel of the song. So whatever I feel, then that's kind of like I'll try to put that in a visual perspective. So I think that's kind of what separates me from everybody else. It's not None of my music videos are ever gonna be the same. I never use like the same transitions. I hardly use the same effects. I think all
Oh
my
yeah, it's just
videos are different. Yeah.
a dope creative process, bro. I appreciate you for breaking it down for us, man. Shout out to you, Getting Up with Eli podcast. We're rock and roll.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate
Thank
you,
you.
Doc.
Thank you.
Getting Up with Eli. We're here at Cook Up Camp. We got Stuzz right here, the legendary photographer here out of Tucson. If you want to give a little rundown of like how long you've been doing what you've been doing, man, it's really nice to meet you.
So I've always had like a interest in photography and taking pictures and shit. Wanted to do short films at one point, but the main thing that I like to do is producing.
Like actual producing music.
That's,
Okay. I didn't know you were a producer. I gotta do my research more about you,
what
bro. Or people that I meet. Like I gotta
is
do more research on
yeah. So like I realized a long time ago that like if you want to do something, figure out like a shortcut that gives you the access that puts you in the rooms that get you to do what you want to do. So since I had an interest in photography, videography, I was like, there's too many producers, musicians out here, right? So it's like if I'm trying to get into that, it's a crowded field. But the camera can put me in the same rooms as the people that I need to
I see
get
it. I
to,
see what you're
right?
saying. That's really smart, bro.
Yeah.
That's really smart. So
And
you
one
use it as a tool.
use it as the tool that gets you to the thing that you want to do.
But as you're using it as a tool, I'm noticing you put a lot of care and passion behind the camera. Cause like I seen all your photography, bro, and it's like you could
So
tell somebody who is not
I
just taking
do,
pictures. There's
yeah,
actually emotion, in the pictures and stuff.
I do put a lot of care in that. Like, I never do something until I can think about it philosophically, right? So I will shoot video, I will play around with all that, but in order for me to pick it up, I need to go beyond thinking about it technically. I need to start thinking about it philosophically, right? Same way I am with beats, right? Like a lot of people make beats, but I never considered myself a producer until I started thinking about it philosophically, right? It's the same way I'm with when I'm doing painting, right? I can make a painting that looks good, but I won't be satisfied unless it has philosophy behind it, right? So now the way I shoot video, the way I take pictures, one of the things that I came up with is that the most tragic thing when recording video or taking photos is an unbiased lens, right? If you don't treat that lens, that camera as its own character within the scene, then what you're doing is you're just like documenting almost, not really storytelling, right? The lens has to have its own biases, its own manipulations, its own toxicity, whatever it is, it needs to have its own character. But if it's unbiased, if it's just giving you something, it's almost like a court document. I don't
Yeah,
want something that seems like a court document. I want something that tells a story with its own bias. So it's like if I
I
go to
like
an event,
that
yeah, if I go to an event,
analogy.
right? If I just show what was happening, it's like I'm missing my mark. Like I want people that see the photos of that event to want to be at that event. People that see, and you have to have like an inherent bias in how you're shooting.
You got to step out of your shoes and even look at like who's looking at it.
Who's looking at it. So it's like I'm making 1,000 decisions every second. So I shoot prime lenses. I never shoot zoom lens, right? Because zoom lens allows you to just like, everyone will tell you get the 24 to 70 when you're starting out, or get this to that. You have a good range. And my mind is like, nah, fuck that. Lock yourself in to the decision. Be happy with that decision while regretting it. So it's like if I'm shooting someone's performance, right? I have two lenses. I have a 35 and I have an 85, right? Both of those two different things. 85 more intimate, 35 will show you more of the scenery, right? But the moment I'm recording, I can't switch lenses. It's like if I start recording a song, it's like I make that commitment, and it's like now my mind has to figure out how to make that work, how to make it not boring, how to make it, So it's like I lock myself in, and it's like
that's an interesting way to put it, like to like see from that perspective, like like how you said once you lock one lens in, like you're just locked in from there.
And one of my philosophies in life is like, because someone was trying to invite me to do like oh, come pull up and shoot this thing, which to me I just basically take as, oh, we need free footage. But like one of the things I was trying to tell them is that anytime I go to an event, I can't enjoy the event because I'm working, I'm on the clock, right? It's stress from the moment I arrive to when I leave.
Yeah, there's a lot more that goes into it.
Yeah, and they're like, no, you can enjoy it. And I'm like, if I enjoy it, the output is going to be crappy. It's that stress that helps me, think. That whole, like, if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. I've always taken that as bullshit advice, because it's like everything that you do, even if you love it, the aspect that usually helps you improve is the aspect you hate the most about it, right? Like, one of the things I hate doing is editing footage sometimes.
Same.
Right?
Same.
It's so annoying.
I can relate,
like,
bro.
If I don't do that part, even if I enjoy shooting, it's like it all falls apart. So it's like, even if you love something, there's always going to be that really annoying aspect that is key to improving, right? And I always look at art as war, right? Anytime someone tells me I do this to relax, I'm like, okay, you're a hobbyist. But if you're serious about it, it's always a constant battle. I don't remember who said this quote, like, art like is a series of cascading decisions, and each one of them you always feel like, fuck, I'm fucking up, and it's only once you get to the end result you're like, okay, maybe I didn't fuck up, maybe it's okay. But that constant pressure to me is what makes a person improve, keeps a person at the top of their A game. And I've always said,
I appreciate that perspective.
I've always told people, like, art that is not beholden to a philosophy is just merely an exercise in technique, right? If you don't have a philosophical bent with what you're doing, and you can be doing it well, but it's just, to me, an exercise in a technique. It all needs to be tied together with a general philosophy. Like, how are you going to push whatever you're doing forward? How are you going to inspire people? Because one of the things I feel like you will never be able to pay back the people that inspired you. The only way is you can almost like pay that inspiration forward.
You still pay them homage too.
Yeah, try and inspire like someone else coming into it the way you got inspired by it. And it's like that's how you pay your debt, And a lot of people just go through the motions, and that's why a lot of people fail.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
I know that's a lot to unpack.
No, it's I
But
appreciate all that. Like
let
it's a
me
lot to like it's feeding my it's food for thought and it's definitely some words of not only advice but words of wisdom to people doing photography and just trying to get in the
in
realm
that.
of videography. You know what I mean? Like you can't just come press a button and then go fuck off and have fun. I mean, you can have fun and enjoy yourself, but like
But
you
to be
you gotta kind of be in the perspective of the viewer. You have to think about like he said, what's the viewer, what's feeding the inspiration to even make them want to go to this event, or like even a photo that inspires somebody with emotion when you're looking at it, like, you know what I mean?
yeah. So that's a self portrait I did.
That's nice, man. Is it oil
What?
painting?
Yeah, oil painting, oil on
Okay.
canvas. What do you notice about it?
I notice
And the reason
I
I'm very
notice like the lighting, or like the way the light's hitting his face in the mood, like he's looking like kind of straight at you.
yeah, and with this one I painted it using a mirror because if I would taken a photo of myself and just painted it, it wouldn't have worked out so great. And this is when I had short hair. So yeah.
Okay, I like it, man.
So one of the things I liked about this is that like it forced me to your mind is always resolving two images at once. If you paint from a photo, you're painting from one image. But if you paint from two, if you paint live looking in the mirror, you're painting from what your right eye sees and what your left eye sees. And those two images get resolved at once. But the reason I was talking about philosophy is important to me, right? The reason that made me want to go into this painting was the color theory about tonality, right? And that theory is that tone matters more than color, right? So basically, like the black and white of this should preserve my skin color is brown, but if I keep the tone right, I can paint the whole thing without using the color brown, and your mind will resolve it to brown because all the colors I'm using have the tonal values that the browns would have had.
Okay,
So
that's interesting. That's
in your
interesting.
mind, it's like you seeing brown, but there's no brown on there.
Yeah,
So
now that you're saying that,
you now you see it.
yeah, it's
Yes.
you
So
see the brown in there, but you said you didn't use no
no
brown.
brown on there.
That's interesting.
So that's what I'm saying. Like I only paint if there's like a philosophical reason behind the painting. So I'll paint today and maybe not pick up a paintbrush in 2 3 years until I get an idea that feels important enough for me to lay down on canvas.
Okay,
And I'm sort of kind of doing the same thing with photos and videos. It's like I have like a philosophical thing that I'm doing and an idea that I'm trying to. And then once I do that, that's when I'll like shoot the video, shoot the photos. But for me, it's always important to have like that philosophical bent to it, if
that's
that makes
awesome.
sense.
That's awesome, bro. Well, man, it's nice to finally meet you, man, and I appreciate you for actually replying when I had reached out to you on Instagram, and like,
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean, like it's pretty dope to just actually come across you, because like I've been a fan of like all your works so far, like, and you have worked with some of the artists that I know, and it's cool to see the stuff that you've put out for them too, like, yeah, man.
I told myself like at the beginning I don't make resolutions, but I actually just started shooting in Tucson recently. But the resolution I made for 2026 is just being unhinged, right? Like I'm gonna shoot as much as I can, but all of it, like there's a method to the madness. But I'm trying to shoot as much as I can and touch every facet of Tucson, right? I'm still trying to get into like shoot some car stuff. I'm trying to shoot some circus stuff because I want to start bringing that culture together.
Oh yeah,
because it's like
like car shows and stuff,
car
low
like
riders,
yeah,
and, like
it's
sports
like
cars.
one of the things I've realized is that there's so much happening in Tucson, but the thing is, it's all happening separate, right?
You're
Like
right, bro. Like sometimes I'm missing out on some
on
events because
yeah,
it's
there's
like you
always
know what I
something
mean.
happening, but a lot of the rappers, musicians, right? They could easily bring in someone from like the circus scene to make their videos more interesting, tell better stories that way, you know. There's like
Definitely.
fire dancers and shit that
Oh
no
yeah.
one is using,
Oh yeah.
you know,
That's crazy.
because it's
That's
like
crazy.
that world exists over there, that world exists over there, and there's
Oh yeah.
not too much mingling.
And then there's people like you and promoters who can actually be
Who can,
the
yeah,
missing link to putting these things together. And
you're a part of that,
oh
right?
yeah,
Because you're
I
interviewing all
appreciate
sorts
you,
of
bro.
people,
Oh
you
yeah,
know.
bro. Oh yeah,
You're
that's one thing. My end goal, like you said, like there has to be a philosophy.
Mhm.
I feel like that's kind of mine. Like I don't really have one per se, but I feel like that would
Oh,
be
it's gonna.
my philosophy at the end of all this is just to connect people, even without me being in the picture. Maybe like somebody seen a video or even in the promo chat who's never met that person, and they come across somebody and they're like, hey, this is somebody who inspires me or somebody I want to collab with. I feel like at the end of the day, if I can connect people, that's what it's all about. Man.
And speaking of the promo chat, there's something you did in it that is brilliant. That is, and the funny thing is that like I see a lot of people not even understanding it, but your red X's,
Oh yeah.
that is a genius move because like
Shout out to All Around TV though. He honestly inspired that, so I got to pay homage to Ozzy from All Around TV. He inspired the rules because I've been following his tournament, and he invited me to his tournament chat. And that's just one of the rules he has is if you're gonna post on his chat, you gotta at least respect the previous chat, and it just shows support.
to
It shows good energy. It shows support and acknowledgement that you seen the post at the very least, and it doesn't take a lot of effort to click click a button. It's
yeah,
free. It doesn't cost anybody anything.
yeah, that's
And yeah, so in a little bit
no,
of a
but
way,
it was
I felt like it could be looked at as petty because people are like, oh, you just want likes, but it's not really about that. It's more of a respect
no,
thing.
and it's like by one of the things that I know is that like almost every artist is like kind of narcissistic by nature. They're the main character in the movie, so it's like in wanting support, they neglect to support others. So you're like, nah, slow down. See what else. Like if you want people to genuinely be into what you're doing, be genuinely into what they're doing. You can't expect someone to genuinely support you when you can't even genuinely support them.
Yeah,
So it's
true.
like that's what you're doing. Like you're slowing the conversation down to be like, hey, I know you're excited about what's going on in your life, but share that excitement with other people. Like be that excited about other people's
Yeah,
stuff.
and
And
it
that's the
definitely
only
hypes up. It
and
hypes
that's the
people up
only
too.
way it works. So my wife is a music artist too, right? She unfollowed everybody.
What's her artist name?
Um, Little Red Wrigley. So she
Shout out
unfollowed.
to Little Red Wrigley.
She unfollowed everybody, right? And I initially I was like, I don't know if I agree with this, right? But she told me her reasoning, and I couldn't argue with her reasoning. And her reasoning is that like most of these platforms look at engagement to boost your stuff, right? So it's like if you post something and people engage with it, it will push it out, right? And also that's when you look at TikTok versus Instagram, right? One of the major things that they have is the difference of the algorithm. They don't work the same. Instagram's algorithm will push stuff to people you know, and if it sees that people you know are engaging with that content, it'll push it out to a broader audience. TikTok's works in reverse. TikToks will push your content out to strangers, and if it sees that it's working well with strangers, it'll also push it to the people you know. So that's why, like, if you want to create fans, go on TikTok. If you want networking, go on Instagram. That's why, like, also you have to format things different because it's like you're initially making them for two different audiences.
Yeah, you're right.
But the problem with Instagram's algorithm, which, for me, I use it for networking, so I don't. There's not much of a problem. But like, if you're an artist, is that if people are not engaging in the proper way with your content, it kind of dulls your content, right? So if you have a whole bunch of artist friends on there, they're not going to engage with your because no one wants to be like that type of fan, right? They're not going to engage with it the way the regular public is going to engage with it, right? So it's like I might see something you posted and hit you up. You're like, oh, that thing you posted was cool. DM you, oh, that thing is cool, right? But it's like I'm not doing you a favor. What I'm actually messing up your engagement.
Yeah.
I should post that as a comment on your. That way, Instagram's like, oh, okay, people are interacting with this post. So she realized that she was following a whole bunch of artists, and it's like everyone is so busy doing their own thing that they don't really engage with your stuff. And sometimes it's like you see a good view count, but crappy engagement.
Yeah.
And that kind of kills it, right? So what she did is that she just removed everybody, me included.
I was gonna say it's off topic, but on topic in a way. I don't know if you've come across it, where people at you in their stories, but they hide your at,
Yeah,
and it doesn't even show
It
your
doesn't
at.
even- yeah.
So it's like they just want you to
Yeah,
kind
and
of
just
like, I don't
add
know
it
what
to your story or something. It's like,
I don't know, yeah, what that's about.
yeah. So she deleted everybody. Like I said, me included. And at first, I was kind of like, hey. But she was like, no, I just want people who are genuinely going to interact with my. And that way it gets actually pushed out to people.
Yeah.
And she has like another Insta that like she's going to be like, I can network and whatnot. But like my main artist Insta, I don't want any other artists unless they're going to be like that.
That's very
fan.
smart. That's
Yeah.
very smart.
And now that she's done that, her stuff is actually a lot of people do this like it almost is hobbyist, but it's like if your ultimate goal is monetization on these brands, like you have to start thinking about it strategically. Like, who am I really? You know,
Yeah.
a lot of people are just
You're right.
yeah.
You're right. I feel like a lot of people I mean, it's kind of cool when some people do it, but some people come in with like a whole false like persona that's like once the camera's off it's like, all right, now I'm a different person. But I feel like, once the camera's off here, I'm the same Eli. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I know why some people do that because it's like they almost have to create this persona as their battle armor because they have to kind of protect the raw them. I'm just me, but like
I can
I always
respect that,
try
I
and
guess,
I
from
always
another
try and
perspective.
understand. Like I always assume I try not to assume that what people are doing is out of malice. So I'm always like trying to think of like why is this person putting on this, and it's like battle armor because a lot of artists have to kind of spill their guts, and they have to give you this like edited vulnerable version, and then they have to step away from that sometimes because it's like it might hit too close.
Yeah.
It might,
Yeah, from that perspective, I can see how, it's respectable from another
yeah. I mean,
from another outlook on it.
one thing I try and do is like if I disagree with something, I always think about like, yeah, they just have a different way of thinking than me. Because I used to fall into the trap like, hey, my way of thinking is the right way and everything else is wrong. But it's like once you start being exposed to different things, you're like, hey, even though I like my way of doing this, and I'm only gonna do it my way, I can kind of see why that way could work for them. You know, like I can't subscribe to that mentality, but
Yeah.
they have like different circumstances and shit.
Yeah, no, I feel it, man. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, me and Stuz right here chilling at Cook Up Camp, man.
Yeah.
I really appreciate the conversation. It's like it's
And
definitely food for thought, and it's like it's
I know it was just supposed to be
refreshing.
a quick 5 minutes,
Yeah, no, but yeah, it's
but yeah,
refreshing meeting, you know, somebody with actual substance in what they're saying, and like, yeah, man, you're a good person, and
thank you, man.
I enjoy what you do, bro.
Thank you, sir.
Hell yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. Stuzz Media right here, Eli Podcast. We out. So shout out to Music Box and all that. Mike on the chain.
Check.
Mike.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. We got Zanny right here. Fucking, it was a chill little cook up camp, man. We had
Yes, sir.
Lubia on the podcast. We had Stuzz on the podcast. Yeah, some cool artists in the building, man. We got Ruben right there making beats as usual. What's his beat maker name?
I believe it's just Ruben J.
Ruben J. Okay.
You can find him everywhere at Ruben J.
Hell yeah. And then we got Grow. I think before I bounce, honestly, I'll probably do a little something with Grow. But yeah, man, it's dope cook up camp, man. Tell us a little bit about it today, from your perspective.
We actually had a couple artists that were from out of town, and we got them sent in. They recorded their verses out of town and sent it in, and had that finalized already. And then we recorded everybody else's verses today.
What part of the map?
We got some from San Diego, some from Indiana, and then right now we got Mason, which he's in Washington.
Okay.
And he sent them out.
Oh yeah, bro. Shout out to them. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bro. And I kind of cut you off. What else were you saying about them? They were working with you. They sent some songs in, and what else, bro?
No, pretty much that. They just sent their verse in, so I can get finalized over here.
Okay. And no names on the songs, y'all. They're just gonna figure that out with the vibes
Yeah.
later.
Once we get them all in order, then I'll be able to like name them.
What's the process on that? You guys just listen to it and kind of like catch the general vibe, and then how do you guys come to agreement on a name?
I'll just end up listening to it, and whatever sticks. You know, it's not
So
really.
you're the main say of at the end of the day what the song's gonna be called. Okay, that's what's up.
That.
That's what's up, bro. Oh yeah, bro. And But hey, shout outs to Cook Up Camp. Shout outs to Zanny, where the bar's at, man. Shout outs to all the dope artists here. Thanks for having me again.
Oh.